Yo, what is up everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at this year's spring banner that has just been revealed, and this was actually leaked beforehand by somebody, so we kind of knew already who was going to be on the banner, and the first unit is Bernadetta. So late hibernator. Now Bernadetta is actually Bernadetta is one of the most controversial characters, at least on Twitter, that I spend a lot of time on, and because people don't like her character. I'm not a fan of her character, but I don't cry over her. I'm happy for the Bernie fans, so you guys get this alt for her. Her last one was the winter one, I think, and she's actually the very first playable blue archer cavalier, which is kind of crazy because colored cavaliers are kind of rare. There isn't too many. We have a couple free green ones, but blue and red, you don't see them. So Bernadetta being the first of her kind is pretty cool. So here she is in her cool cute bunny art, and yeah, she has some pretty interesting skills. So Bow of Repose gives her minus a special cooldown, and at the start of turn, if she is equal to 100% HP and unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, she deals 1 damage to herself, just like her winter version, dealing that chip damage, and to allies within 2 spaces of unit. And at the start of combat, if she's less than 99% HP or equal to that, she grants plus 5 to all her stats, which is going to be easy because obviously she deals 1 damage to herself. And then she inflicts speed defense minus X equaling the number of spaces from start of position to end position of whoever initiates combat times 2 plus 3 max 11. So we got a little equation going on. So it's like Clash, just with a little bit more math, I think. And then also the following effects will occur based on that number of spaces. So she has 1 space whenever whoever initiates combat, she reduces damage from the full force attack by 30%, which is going to be really easy. 1 space, you're probably going to move 1 space, so that damage reduction is nice. And and especially because she's a cavalier, she's going to move, so she's going to be getting that easy damage reduction. And then if it's greater than or equal to 2, she has the partial no follow-up, and then also has null guard during combat. So this weapon is very strong, definitely her strongest weapon so far out of all the Bernadetta alts. Damage reduction, no follow-up, null guard, so she's going to be a nice nuke for sure, and also enabling those kind of strategies like Aether Raids, weakening people's health or lowering their health to get into Wings of Mercy range and stuff like that. So Bernadette has always been like that with her winter version, so that's kind of cool. And she's always been built around lowering her HP and whatnot, so that's a Bow of Repose. She comes with Draconic Aura, Remote Sparrow, which is nice to see this skill come back so quickly after Kadei and Lyn, because I actually want this skill. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for Bernadetta just for the skill, but I wanted this skill on my Kaze because it's kind of nice on him, who I'm trying to plus 10. But yeah, Remote Sparrow here after Kadei and Lyn pretty soon is really nice. Sometimes they take forever on these coveted skills, and she comes with Escape Route 4, which is pretty cool. I like when whenever they do tier 4 skills of very old launch skills, because Escape Route, Wings of Mercy have been here since day 1, so it's nice to see Escape Route 4 get a version. So basically, if she has HP less than or equal to 99, she enables Canto 1, also activates when conditions are met due to effects after combat. So does that mean Gale Force and stuff? Well, she can't even use Gale Force. Not sure what that means, but yeah, just keep that in mind. And she also inflicts attack speed minus 3 on the foe during combat, so it does give you some stats at least, so it's nice. And then if she's she's less than or equal to 99% HP, she can move to a space adjacent to any ally within 3 spaces. So it's like a mega guidance, which is going to be very easy for her to use because she has the built-in chip damage. And then if it's less than or equal to 60, unit can move to a space adjacent to any ally. So this is a pretty good skill, honestly. And of course, for arena, it scores high. So for arena, this could be really useful to just get around the map, and especially like maps with trenches, because she is a cavalier unit, so she's gonna have trouble getting past those. So if there's an ally that's far away, she can warp to them with Escape Route 4, and of course this is very fitting for her character, as she always runs away and doesn't want to fight. She always wants to go to her room. So Escape Route 4 is a pretty nice option. She's definitely the best user of it, but obviously a lot of other units can use it, though not sure how many people actually want to use it, because most of the time, if you are using Wings of Mercy with Escape Route, it's usually Wings of Mercy instead of Escape Route. But Escape Route, of course, has its uses, and this one's pretty good because you get Canto, and you also have even more versatility with your movement and warping, so that's pretty cool. And she comes with Defense, Rest, Smoke. She actually has the same A and C skills as Kadei and Lyn, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm seeing it. So yeah, that is Bernadetta, Bunny Bernadetta. So yeah, that is her, I think, what is it, her second alt? Don't remember. But yeah, this banner actually has a good amount of 3 houses in it. We'll see Ash later on. Yeah, So the next unit is Triandra, and she is showing all kinds of leg. Oh my goodness. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but I'm kind of surprised on a spring banner. Usually, you know, they're covered with the fishnets or whatever. But Summer Triandra coming early as a colorless flyer, or colorless mage flyer, should I say. And she's an amazing dancer because she has Nightmare Egg, which gives her speed +3. And if she uses Singer Dance, she has the foe penalty doubler on the target and allies within 2 spaces of the target excluding unit, and inflicts panic on the foes and cardinal directions of unit and target. And at the start of combat, if she's alive, basically she grants +6 attack and speed to herself. So this is a really good support because penalty doubler is like, if I'm reading that correct, that's like Unity, right? Because you're doubling your penalty. So if you have Unity, and we just had Legendary Robin come out, who, you know, gives that grand strategy to her allies, to his allies, should I say. It's pretty good if I'm reading that correctly. Full penalty doubler, and then inflicts panic on those foes. So she can weaken the foes, and she can also make yourself stronger because of that full penalty doubler. So that's pretty crazy. And she comes with Frightful Dream, which gives you another action, of course, and inflicts -3 and guard on foes in cardinal direction. So on top of panic and debuffs and guard, she can provide that. And then it doesn't stop there, because if she dances again with Firestorm Dance 3, she enables Canto 1 and Desperation and attack speed +6 to the target for 1 turn. So I like this again because it's just like Escape Route, where they are bringing back these skills. Well, obviously Escape Route had more uses than Firestorm Dance 2, I'd say. But like, you know, like Seal Speed, you know, they had the tier 4 version of Seal skills now. So now you have Firestorm tier 3 versions, which are really nice because they score higher, obviously. So this is going to be amazing for people who use Atari Azura and a lot of the premium dancers in Arena. This is going to be amazing, and just in general, because giving Canto and Desperation is always amazing for any kind of ally. So that's really good support. And Triandra can also deal all these stuff to her allies as well. So Firestorm Dance is amazing, and she comes with defense, res, hold. So just an entirely really, you know, support oriented kit, obviously, as a dancer. So Triandra is definitely one of the best dancers in the game, I'd say. So yeah, that is Triandra, and she's drawn by Kipu, which I always love. Kipu, you know, I'm biased because she drew Lind, or they drew Lind twice. And the next unit on the banner is Ash, and he is the demote of the banner, Budding Chivalry. Didn't expect Ash to be on the banner, but you know, Bernadetta is here as well. And he is a red dagger flyer. You don't have too many of those, honestly. Not many colored daggers in general. And he's the demote, like I said, so he has a weaker kit, but he's pretty nice. He comes with Bunny's Egg Plus, which gives you +5 attack and speed if you're alive, and also reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 30%. So this is basically like Remote Sparrow built into your weapon, which is really nice. This is a nice dagger for a lot of units that don't have PRFs. You know, maybe like if someone has like a invested Spring Pala, you can give that to her. I'm kind of tempted to give this to my Lind, though, you know, Courtly Fan and Windsweep is arguably better because you're not even taking damage in the first place with Windsweep. But Bunny's Egg is nice. I might have to pull for it, honestly, for my Summer Lind. But yeah, this is a pretty good dagger for sure. It comes with Rally Up Speed Plus, Attack Speed Catch 3, and Attack Speed Rain, which is really nice to see Attack Speed Catch 3, even if it is locked to 5-star, because you're going to be able to get this easily, as it's not in the regular pool, obviously, and it's only on New Year Liar. So getting this on another seasonal does make it easier, especially with Divine Codes 4 coming out with a ton of Attack Speed Catch fodder, Attack Speed Catch 4 fodder. That skill's everywhere, and definitely one of the most coveted skills for a lot of flyers and cavaliers. So there is Bunny Ash, and he's going to be a nice demote project. He's going to be pretty fast, I assume, as a flying dagger unit, and pretty strong. And then the star of the banner, oh my goodness, Spring Reveries, if I'm saying that right. And it is Kibune art. I know people hate Kibune. So this banner has Bernadetta and Kibune, not a really great combination if you don't want controversy. But yeah, Karla here as the lead and Freyja as the backup in this Harmonic Hero. Now this Harmonic Hero, it might seem completely random and might just be the horny bait, but honestly it isn't, because they do relate in some ways, because whenever there's a harmonic, right, they try to make the characters relate, like they do with Kade and Lind and Sarah, for example, most recently, right? For this one, it's not completely random, because they both, I guess I'm trying to just think, because they both have big brothers, Karel and Freyja, and they both don't have the best relationships with their brothers, so I guess they relate in that way. It definitely is way better than Tana and Peony. That harmonic, I'm still trying to figure out why they even made that one. That was such a weird pairing here. But yeah, Karla and Freyja look amazing, of course, in their hot bunny outfits, and they have an insane weapon. So Sisterly War Axe gives them -1 special cooldown. At the start of odd numbered turns, you grant special cooldown count -2. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, you grant +6 to attack and speed, and also deals damage X percentage of unit speed when special triggers. So you get some true speed-based damage reduction, basic or damage speed true damage, basically, not damage reduction. What am I talking about? And then X equaling to the max special cooldown count value times 10 plus 20. And if unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, and if unit's special triggers, you disable non-special effects that reduce damage by X. So you disable spurn, any kind of damage reduction, and then also prevents foe specials that are triggered by unit's attack. Everything else is crazy, but the last part here is pretty crazy to me because if you trigger someone's special, let's say you attack someone with a breath skill, right, and then their special's ready, their special's not going to trigger if I'm reading this correctly. So Karla here is not only an offensive nuke, you know, kind of reminiscent of Spring Sonya with that kind of you know, cooldown count reduction and also having so much offense, but you also stop people's specials, so you're kind of defensive in a way too with this axe. So that's pretty crazy. It comes with a Draconic Aura, which is going to utilize very, very well because it's basically going to be charged at the start of an odd number turn. Attack speed clash, which is amazing. You know, just an amazing offensive special for a lot of unit or skill, should I say. And then Flow and Trace, which is going to have them help them have Canto, which is great. And then Speed Smoke 4 to have that damage reduction because they're going to be very, very fast. So yeah, that is Karla. Let me just make sure I got their class right. They're an Axe Flyer, right? I don't know if I mentioned it yet. No, they're an Axe Cavalry unit. Sorry, I'm tripping. I was thinking they were an Axe Flyer this whole time. They're an Axe Cavalry unit. So that's pretty nice because Axe Cavalry units, there isn't too many of them compared to like Axe Flyers, I think. You know, Axe Cavalries, you think of the top tier ones, like, I'm biased obviously, but Summer Sheeta is one of the best. But now you have this, who can pierce through damage reduction, hit very, very hard, and also stops foe specials if you trigger their special. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, so Karla here, amazing weapon for sure. Definitely going to be a premier offensive nuke. You know, like Spring Sonya, they're not a flyer, so they have different properties, of course, but in the cavalry class, they're going to be very, very strong. Harmonized skill gives special cooldown -2 to unit and allies from the same titles as units. So she can have -1 special cooldown ×4 or -4 basically, if you think about it, with her weapon and the harmonized skill. You know, we've seen this with what is it? New Year's Asker, who also provides the special cooldown support, which is really annoying. Because they can just nuke really hard, and then also grants attack +6 from the same. So basically anyone from Blazing Blade or heroes. So harmonized skill is very useful. I'm not going to be excited to play against this in summer duels, but it is what it is. So yeah, that is pretty much the banner. And then the last unit, which is the TT unit, is the one I'm most excited for personally because it is my boy Michalis. Not that he's my favorite Arcanea character or anything, but I'm always happy for Arcanea representation. And he is the TT unit. I was kind of hoping maybe he'd be the demote, but it's probably better that he's the TT unit because I can save my orbs and I don't have to spend on this banner. If I do, you know, spend on the banner, I might go for the dagger and that's it. But I won't have to spend more if Michalis is on here. It's kind of sad that he's the, you know, he's the TT, but it makes sense because usually a lot of the time it's the male. And there he is, and his art is going to be hopefully pretty awesome. We'll see in a few. But there he is, Patricide boy. You know, I'm just happy to see him. You know, he's joining this festival technically with his siblings. You know, we've had Minerva last year, or no, Maria last year, and then we had Spring Minerva the previous year. So of course, Michalis being here was a no-brainer. So I'm glad they didn't drop the ball on that. So that's Spring Michalis. I get to save orbs, and I'm probably gonna merge them up because the Lance Flyer, I have a lot of those, but not like any new ones really. So Spring Michalis would be nice to add to my barracks as a +10. We'll see. Hopefully he has good stats, and he's going to have like a lance that's probably going to be similar to Ash's Dagger, having that damage reduction, which is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, that is Spring Michalis, definitely. But the funny thing about this trailer too is that the only Arcanea character on this banner is Michalis, but if you play the music, which I'm not playing right now, obviously, if you play the music is the one of the support musics from the daily lives of soldiers from Fire Emblem 12 from New Mystery. They played that song, and there's no Arcanea characters at all, which is kind of... They don't even care anymore, bro. They just... I mean, I know Michalis is here, but he's not actually on the banner, so, like, why did you play Arcanea music, Fire Emblem 12 music on this? But anyways, not a big deal, but that's just funny to me. So yeah, that is the spring banner. Overall, I think it's cute. The art is nice. I've said it before, I don't hate any seasonal. You know, I'm not really that crazy and gonna cry about it like some people, but I understand why people are frustrated because I mean, like I said, Bernadetta plus Cabune art is not, that's not a recipe for that's a recipe for reception disaster, because people are going to definitely hate it. But you know, it is what it is. I understand where people are coming from, but for me personally, I'm not going to get up in arms about that. But yeah, Spring Banner's cute, I guess. They're just definitely better Spring Banners, I think. Especially with Michalis being the Grail unit, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, it's fortunate for my orbs because I can save them. But if he was on the banner, it would be nice to have him like as a premium unit. That'd be kind of cool. Because obviously his sisters were both on the banner. Minerva was the demo, and Spring Maria is one of the better axe flyers for sure. Last year, so kind of wish he was summonable, but I can save him orbs at least, and he can at least, you know, join his sisters, which is cool. And you know, Karla being here is nice because speaking of family, she also can join her husband Bartray and Fear, her daughter, as Spring Alts, because they both also have Spring Alts. I just feel bad for Karel because or Carol Carol, you know, he is the brother who doesn't really have anything. He has his base version, which is kind of mediocre at this point. So I kind of wish he got some cool stuff because he's such a cool character. You know, hopefully we get like a Binding Blade version of him, you know, the Sword Saint Karel. That'd be kind of cool. Because at this point, he kind of feels like the outcast uncle in the family. You know, his sister always gets all the alts. You know, how many Karla alts is at this point? Is it her second one or third one? I'm not sure. She has the desert one and now this. And you know, I know people might be upset Karla getting alt over like someone like Aira or other characters, other sword, you know, hot sword girl types that definitely could use one, but it is what it is, I guess. You know, Karla, also the fact that she's not very available in the game she's from, you know, Blazing Blade, it's really easy to miss her. When I played, I didn't even get her. So her availability does hurt her popularity before FEH came out, and then obviously FEH definitely bolstered it. But like true fans of Karla, I don't really know anyone that's actually a true fan of her. But she's cool. I don't have anything against her. It's just I wish her brother got some more stuff, but it's nice to see her get an alt with her family, which is definitely sweet. And that's another same reason I like Michalis being here. And I'm glad Intelligent Systems gave him Patricide Man here, his spring version. But yeah, that's my rambling and thoughts overall on the spring banner. Let me know what you guys think and leave a like if you enjoyed. Please stay safe out there, and peace out.